But do you think there's a distinction between belief and faith?
Um, there is, yeah, definitely.
How would you make that distinction?
I think belief, perhaps belief is a system, right? And faith is more personal. Belief could be like, as a Muslim, we have a belief that Quran is the ultimate book, right? But I could have a faith on certain aspects of Quran, which could be different than the general belief. So I think faith is more personal because we can't explain faith. But belief as a system which is in throughout, like which is throughout the society, which is throughout the community, it is easier to discuss belief.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what I think. Faith is more personal, I think.
No, I'd agree with that as
Yeah,
well. So I find it hard to make that distinction myself, and I consider myself quite faithful as well. And it's such a personal experience, you know.
yeah,
And as you go through life, it develops, it morphs, and yeah, it's hard to, you know,
yeah,
share with someone your faith or why you're so faithful.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
but I think you can discuss about beliefs.
yeah,
It is easy because I think beliefs are more surface level, and then faith are more deep. Yeah.
yeah. No, I'd agree with that.
And I wanted to ask, so, you know, we talked about how, Islam had its ups and downs, and 1.7 billion people now.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know if the statistics. I don't know if it's a growing number, but do you feel like Islam today is becoming more popular?
It is indeed. At least in West, I see a lot of people converting and yeah, coming up with testimonials saying that
Mm,
like they because I think uh, the good part of Islam is because it gives you a holistic view, right? It does not only give you an idea of God and just some disciplines of prayers, but it gives you um, an idea of, for example, how to live your life, right? What should be your day-to-day activities. So it makes life easier for the people who are lost, who doesn't have anything. Um, and right now, life in the West, I think it is a bit loose in this sense,
Yeah,
right?
I guess you could say loose.
Yeah, yeah, and individualistic as well. So the, for example, morally, the good and evil is very loose, and it could evolve uh, with time. What was good and bad 20 years ago in the West is not good or bad right now, right? But in Islam, because it adheres with certain value system, it gives more stability to a mind that is looking for stability.
So you think Islam could perhaps be an anchor towards this perception of good and bad, and the rise of it could be a positive in the West?
I think we'll see. We'll see
Mhm.
how it turns out. But yeah, I definitely believe that Islam, yeah, as you said, like it anchors you because the value system again, like it has stayed stagnant for 1400 years, right? What was good and what was bad uh, back then, we still consider good and bad. And again, credit goes to Hussein because he
Yeah.
he said like, yeah, so you are right now gambling in your castle. You are doing zana, which is like adultery in your castle. He said all of this stuff to Yazid, right? And he was the caliph at the time. And Hussein was like, you can't continue like this. It can't happen because you are just, ruining the whole value system. And yeah, so the value system is in place right now in Islam. in my opinion, because of Hussein's sacrifice.
Okay.
Yeah, and it could help a soul which is searching for